Hey, good morning, everyone. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. It is important to know that this broadcast is for demonstration educational purposes only. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. We're not offering any type of trading advice here today, strictly for demonstration purposes of our automated trading systems here at Right Line Trading. All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a really nice weekend. A beautiful weekend. It was a rainy, cloudy, rainy weekend here in South Florida. Today is Monday, October 6th. If you're joining us today, hallelujah. Praise God. That's the good news. Any day above ground, you started it off on the right track. Amen. Monday, October 6th. Let's see. We always start our sessions by looking at the Forex Factory calendar. We don't want any unpleasant surprises. Ever had any of those? Not fun. We don't want to be in a trade when one of these red folder reports comes out. God forbid. So today, while we are in this live stream, doesn't look like a lot of news reports today. I see some red folders, but at 1 p.m. in Europe or GBP, um, the only thing I see in the U.S. today is at 5 p.m. One of the members of the FOMC is speaking. So we don't really have any type of news events. So let's take a look and see what the market's been doing. The market's been headed up ever since the session opened at 6 p.m. last night, 6 p.m. Eastern. We start trading these bots at 6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday night, and we're trying to get an edge as to which bots are performing the best in the current trading environment. Really nice leg up it's taken this morning, pre-market. That's the E-mini. And let's also get a look at our NASDAQ on a 20U. Oops. Here it is. A beautiful chart on the 20 Unorenco. Those Unorenco bars really have a way of smoothing everything out, don't they? They make it look so easy. Got some beautiful trades here on the 20U. Wow. We're going to take a look at the leaderboard in just a moment. Look at that long entry at 4 a.m. 4:04. The Mack truck took off long and went all the way. $1,000. $1,000. $1,000 trade. So the 20U, very much like the S&P, ever since the session opened at 1800 hours, we've got a big leg up. So the rally continues. The shutdown rally. Well, this rally actually started prior to the shutdown. If today's your first day joining us, welcome. Welcome. Good morning, Rao. We're going to be showcasing our automated bots here at Right Line Trading. These are fully automated strategies. Once they're enabled, they will execute and manage the trades for us. We have a really nice diversification, nice diversified portfolio of different instruments and time frames that we trade them on. We trade the futures. Important. We trade the futures with these bots. Very liquid instruments, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, the Dow. We've added some bots on crude oil, gold. We're testing one on micro Bitcoin. Good morning, Ken. Thanks for joining us. Signal A, B, and C, those are our triggers. Signal A, B, and C are our triggers. Signal C is looking at this exponential oscillator. On the bottom of my chart, you see this oscillator that has the light blue line. And that's the trigger. That's what will trigger a signal C. If it breaks through it, under it, and then back up, it'll go long. If it comes up to it, breaks up through it to the upside, and then down, back down low, it'll go short. It's kind of a pull back and go trigger that's looking at the exponential oscillator. So the signal C, those triggers you could always find if you're looking at the exponential oscillator. And signal A and B is when you see those little triangles at the top of my chart, what that's signifying is my RSI line and my Laguerre is pinned either to the top or the bottom. That's our signal B trigger. And we can add a number of different conditions to make it as conservative or aggressive as we want. We can make it very loose and take a lot of trades, or we have conditions that will be very specific with specificity as to which entries we're going to take, with the 15 above the 50, not trading into pivots. We have a volume threshold, how many contracts are crossing. We have a number of different ways to filter out losers. And that's really what it boils down to with these bots, is at the expense of even possibly missing a trade, a winning trade or two. Most importantly, we're filtering out most of the losers. So a signal A, Ken, we covered B and C. Signal A is a reversal of momentum. When you see my RSI line pinned to the very bottom or top, when it breaks up through the 80% line or down through the 20% line, down through the 80% line or up through the 20% line, that's a signal A entry. If I put it on the haymaker, we should be able to see an entry if it took any. Looks like it took one all the way over here and it got wicked out. So that's signal A, B, and C. And we have in our Discord chat, we have a masterclass module because we have a really great indicator. I haven't shown this indicator in a long time, but since Ken brought it up and we got a few extra minutes, we have an indicator called the cross indicator. Cross indicator. A lot of people will use a strategy analyzer to do back testing to see if they put the settings or the inputs here or there, what would the results be? Problem is they're not very accurate. With this cross indicator, it gives us a very effective tool to kind of back test. This signal indicator, cross indicator, looks identical to our strategy. In fact, it is identical. It has the global parameters. It has all four of the triggers with all of the conditions. And what this indicator will do is when the trigger and all of the conditions are met, it, instead of firing a trade, it puts a cross on your chart. And that's telling you where, if you had your strategy with the same exact inputs, where your entries would have been. And they're very accurate, extremely accurate to play around with the inputs here. You can even save them as templates when you find something that really looks juicy. And you can scroll back on your chart. I have a black picture, a black image in the background, so you're not going to see it on this chart. But you could scroll back on your chart using that cross indicator and see where every single one of those entries would have been had you had a strategy enabled with those same inputs. And that's in Module 2 of our Masterclass series. Module 2. Good morning, Rion. So let's take a look at our leaderboard. Crude oil has been on fire. On fire. Let's take a look. Let's take a closer look at crude oil. I'm very curious myself. Why? When? Because every time I wake up, it's at $3,000. So it's sometime in the middle of the night that it's doing it. Let me go to my one-day pass. Let's look at the last week of September to October 6th. Look what this crude oil has done. Now this is doing a look back of about three trading weeks. Three weeks, 922 to 1006, about 2.5 weeks. But this crude oil, you can see, is up $15,000 on the one-day pass. What I always like to do is go to the analysis and put it on the half hour of the day and do the entry time. Always make sure your time is based on the entries. We don't care about the exit. We want to know what time it got in. And you could see, for some reason, at 2:30 in the morning, this one-day pass is crushing it. And then it also does very well between 9 and 11. 2:30, between 9 and 11. And then again from 12 right to 3. What's nice is we can duplicate this one-day pass and turn it into just a regular conservative strategy. What I mean by conservative is, instead of risking 10 contracts, which is what the one-day pass does, we can reset the ATM, the trade management strategy, to just trade one contract and time optimize it just for these hours that it's doing really well. But that crude oil one-day pass, if any of our members are contemplating taking a one-day pass trade, this one here is on fire. You can see what it's done. The winning percentage normally is about 33% on these one-day passes. This one's at 60. So the other bots that are doing well, I'm very excited to see, is the Power Play and the Leapfrog, which are really the same. I put the Leapfrog in my Power Play. That Leapfrog integration that we have can be added to any single one of our strategies. It's a parameter in the trade management section of the strategy, of the parameters of the strategy, and you can enable it for any one of these strategies. So the Power Play and the Leapfrog are up there. The Mack truck on the 20U is on the board at $9.95. Leapfrog and the 2-minute retirement plan. So that gives us a good indication of which bots perform the best during pre-market. So armed with that information, I'm going to get ready with my Power Play. And I like to put my ETP copier. Our sister company at Right Line Trading is called Right Line Funding, is our funding arm. We have our own prop firm here. Good morning, Ray. Good morning, Duke. Rao, Rion, Ken. Let's see if this power play reaches its profit window. We're getting real close to go time. So let me get this account group. I'm going to put in the right line funding. I'm going to make this one active. I'm going to take my ES Star bot and I'm going to enable my accounts. Or I don't do it here. That's unnecessary to do it here. But here I go to my accounts. This is perfect. I can enable this one, save it, and enable it. Now the bot, the ES30 bot, I could put my favorite bots along with my funded accounts, and I could select which one's my leader of my favorite ones, the ones that are performing the best on my leaderboard. I could select the one I want, and very quickly and seamlessly I can enable the accounts I want it to follow. And then I just flip the switch, and this one's connected. Let's check my connections. They're all connected. I can connect Ninja, Apex is rhythmic, and Right Line Funding's rhythmic. So you can simultaneously connect as many rhythmic accounts as you'd like. Good luck, everybody. It's 9:29. We got 1 minute. 1 minute. Bell rings in 1 minute. This looks like it's set up for a beautiful long entry. Let's see what happens. Leapfrog. We're in the leapfrog situation here. Andre. All right. I was speaking with Andre last night. Do we get a pullback? We had a big move up. The market does not like gaps. Pre-market, big move up. We're coming in to fill that gap right now. We're going to let the market settle down. There's about 4,500 contracts a minute crossing. Just took a signal A. That was a signal A, Ken, because the RSI line came up through the 20% line with the green 50. That's a signal A. Boy, that's a beautiful entry, too. Yes, sir, Gerald. I was meditating on the same thing. Patience, patience. Let's choose our trades wisely this week. We're going to wait for price action to really give us juicy opportunities. That's a beauty. Our 20U has not broken that 50 yet. It just peaked its nose down. But listen, this 50 is really a big area of support. That 50 EMA on my 20 Unorenco. I watch price bounce off it all the time. This one's coming through. Coming down. Coming down. Coming down hot. Now it did break through. Getting a nice pullback. Boy, this thing's going to run. Good volume, 2,500 contracts a minute. Came out on the 15 EMA changing colors. The system picked up a shift of momentum and quickly exited the trade. It's a heartbreaker when that happens, though. I've been in those trades, and you think you're gonna, if everything's going so well, and then it just comes back and momentum shifted without going through your profit target. Power plays up 1370. Here comes another beautiful entry. Let's see if I can move this just a little bit. Boy, that's a nice short. We're not getting the price action yet. I'm going to be patient. I love this entry short, though. Now our 20U is through. Momentum is pinned all the way down short. I love this short entry. I'm going to watch the first one. Last Monday, I took 2 losers in a row. I think we're just filling in some of that gap from the overnight session. This market could continue up. It's giving us the old hokey doke. Antonio, good morning. On that 10 range 1-day pass. Yes, 10 ticks. Yeah, it's a 10 range bar, a range bar, a 10 tick range bar. Here we go long. Here we go long. Price action is still very choppy, very ranging. It's a ranging market. There's no trend, clearly defined trend. Our 50 EMA is going from red to yellow to green. Oh, this is a beauty short. Come on down. Come on down. That's it. Give me a little pullback. Our ES on the 8U just broke below the VWAP. It's right between the VWAP and the 50. Just jumped in short. Let's put our profit target right above the pivot. Let's give it a clear shot. Not a bad entry. There we go, leapfrog. Let's see if we break support. Got some running room to the downside. If it breaks support, this could have some legs here. Here we go. Wick this out. I kind of like this break of support trade. I'm going to enable it. I'm going to anticipate the break of support. Getting some good selling pressure here. Come on down. Nope. Didn't break. Retest. Here we go. Here we go. Get a down close here. We're in short. Oh. Oh, man almighty. I can't believe I didn't get in there. Come on. Okay, I'm in now. Oh, don't come back. Come on down. Push down. Come on down. Come on down. Push down. Get in my window. Get that. Come on, one more roll. Oh, come all the way back. Man almighty. Unbelievable. Right back in. 2 Mondays in a row. Unbelievable. I thought I had that first trade. 2 Mondays in a row. Started the week off with a minus 600. So I hit my loss limit on that. I've got to pivot away from those accounts. And I'm looking to get in on an ES on the 30 range on my Starbot. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. Little late. Wow, great job, Ken. No, I appreciate you sharing it. I know you're not boasting. I really appreciate you sharing your results with us, whether they be good or bad. It's always helpful. Mac Truck is back in. Mac Truck long. Power play just took off long. See if this E-mini bounces off the 50. Usually about 10 o'clock, the E-mini's been reversing. Oof, man, this is a rough market. Tough market. The ES is right at the 50-day moving average, just like the NASDAQ. Here comes a short right down to support. Signal B entry. Let's see if it has enough room to fire off. Getting in a candle late. There it goes. See if it gets some follow through the downside this time. Bouncing. It's no follow through. Coming up right behind me at 10:30 is Mark Miller. He's going to also be trading the bots. And following Mark is David Wise on the SPY Super. We got a choppy going on here. Let's see, maybe 10 o'clock things will turn around. RJ 150 range is up 625. Here comes a signal A short. Bittersweet, Gerald. You got 75 on the important one, but you lost those two evals. That's how trading goes, huh? It's crazy. Look at this. We got a beautiful entry. Price has a clear shot right to my profit target. See if we get the follow through this time. We need this market to start moving. It's just chopping all over the place. Unreal. That thing looked absolutely dynamite. Let me tell you, I'm starting to like the E-mini short. The E-mini setting up short. Just broke below the 50. ES short. This is what I'm looking at. Why I like the ES short. You could see my oscillator, my RSI line straight down. We're below the VWAP, below the 50. Let's put the VWAP on the chart. Oh, oh, the drone's in a short. I'm going to take it out of that position. Oh, excuse me, it's in a long. Looking for a short on the ES30. Scalper leapfrog is in. Here's the ES scalper leapfrog is in short. going to look for an entry on this ES30 range. This thing takes one leg down through support, and that ES30 is going to fly. Here comes a signal B entry on the ES30. One nice move down, and that ES30 is going to score nicely. Ah, went the wrong way. Come on. I'm looking at I want the NASDAQ to take a leg down. Oh, man, I can't believe it didn't take that entry. I'm talking about this ES30. I can't believe it didn't go short just then. Look at the ES8U coming down. Coming down. Gold's coming up to 4,000. 39.72. 3. Wow, what a leg up it must have taken. Oh my God. Wow. Look at gold. Holy moly. Gold is turning 1,000 contracts a minute right now, and it's headed straight up. Oh, man. Gold just went short. Coming up right behind me, it's Miller time at 10:30. 10:30. Been a pretty choppy first hour of the market. Perhaps the second hour things settle down and find a direction. Power plays long. Previous session close is right around 67.61. 67.62 on the S&P. So you know that's going to be an area of support. Huh. Wow. I'm looking at Palantir. It's been very volatile. Last Friday it was down big. Now it's up big. I'm looking for an ES short. ES short on this 30 range. NASDAQ takes one leg below support. This 30 range is going to go to town. Let's see, this could be it. This could be the entry. Come on, one push down. One breakthrough support, and this 30 range is going to go. That ES8U scalper leapfrog. It's already locked in a nice leg of profits, and it's trying to push lower. Wow, jump right back in. Here's a trade on gold. Gold's trading at 39.73. See if we can get a break of resistance. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate my crude one-day pass. It's been trading really well. We'll take a look at the crude chart in just a second. Gold tried to break through, couldn't make it. Didn't make it through. Getting some buying pressure, trying to push it through resistance. I got the leapfrog on this one. Let's see what our 20U is on the NASDAQ. The 20U is above the 50. A sniper is doing well today. It's been taking shorts. Gold's in a nail biter. Gold's trying to push through to 4,000, $4,000 an ounce for gold. Wow. This NASDAQ's starting to set up to go long. Gold's gone. Let's take a look at crude. Trading a 10 range. So I'll go to my data series and I'll switch the Unirenko to a range bar. It did close at 4,000. Wow. Amazing, Ralph. You were right. You said last week it's going up to 4,000. Wow, you're holding it. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. What a trade. Okay, let's go back. Let's see these. Let's see the entries. Curious. Here. Oh wow. Look at that. A signal A. Long. Beautiful. This was at 218. Took a full winner short on a signal A. Let's see what time this one was. This long entry was at 2 in the morning. Here's another beautiful long, a signal A at 10 o'clock in the morning. This is a stop out, a loser. Here's a winner. 4 a.m. Well, we played this with the, well, I'll tell you the profit target is right about this right distance. Almost the perfect distance to the profit target on all of these entries. They're all winners. So what we can do is we can go to accounts, right click, select add simulation account, and we're going to add the crude oil and trade it with one contract. And now if I go to my strategies, I'm going to find my crude oil strategy, which is right here. Disable it, right click on it, and select edit. Now once I've edited the strategy, I'm just going to save it. I think I already have it saved actually. Now I'll right click and select new strategy. And I'm going to select my AI Auto Trader from my available strategies. Template, load that template. And I'm just going to change the only thing I want to change is this right here. And I'll put the account I just made. It's a pretty rugged day when my leaderboard looks the way it does today. I'm kicking myself after last Monday of doing it again this Monday. But we're going to fight back. I hope you'll join me tomorrow. Remember, coming up right behind me in about 5 minutes, it's Miller time. No, you called that one, Rao. You called it. You were just last week. You said gold is going to 4,000, and it was at 30. I think it was at like 30, 38.95 or 3,900. Let's keep an eye on the volume. 500 contracts a minute. Oh, this is a beauty. Coming down short. Look, this trade looks like it's going to run right to support. It hasn't been following through though. Looks just like the entry I got into. Started strong, but it fizzled out. If you would, on your way out, please like my video here on YouTube. I call it job security. If you like my video, I'll be back. God willing, we'll be back same time, same place, same channel at 9 o'clock. We changed our start time, so I might be starting a little earlier now at 9 a.m. We'll still go to 10:30. And at 10:30, Mark Miller is going to follow me, and then David Wise will follow Mark. I've got a iridotomy scheduled for Wednesday. Not a lobotomy. Very common confusion between the two. This is an iridotomy, where they, to put it gently, they laser beam a hole in your eye. Come to find out, I have narrow angles. Not sure how I caught them. But one eye on Wednesday of the 8th and the other on the 15th. Boy, that came down and wicked me out. Okay, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. We're going to switch over. Volume, it seems like it's waned. We're at 3:30. Let's keep an eye on it. It's moving very slow, though. This is not the environment that we look to get into, where we're struggling to make 1,000 contracts a minute. We're at 700. 700 contracts a minute. When there's over 2,000, we know institutional money is at play. 700 isn't very good for the NASDAQ. All right, so I'm going to keep this rolling and see if Mark can come in and take over. So hopefully you won't have to switch rooms. We're going to give it another try this week. Last week it didn't work. Let me see if he's able to do it now. Have a great day, everybody. Have a blessed day. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's try to make this money back. See you tomorrow, Rao. Great trade on gold. Man, I'll be thinking about that one all day. No, beautiful. Great job. Now here we go. We're getting a leg down. Been waiting for this break of support forever. 1100. 1300. Here they go. They're selling it off. Got a spike in volume. 1500 coming down. Sorry about that.
All right, perfect. It worked. I think we figured it out. Way to go, Rory Powers. Woo! That was awesome. Welcome aboard. All right. Okay, good. In the big chair here. Good morning, everybody. Rue, what's happening? Let me catch up with you. How you been trading today, Rue? What are you holding for a week? Okay. One of those ETFs maybe, huh? Can you guys hear me okay? Let's yeah, looks like everything's working okay. Great. Awesome, Rory. Thank you. We figured it out. That's the way it works. Third time was a charm. All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, let's get started. Do a little trading. Boy, it's been a rough morning, huh? Darn thing. I'll tell you, it's on a rope this morning. Not much we can say. When it gets on a rope, we just got to listen to it. It's telling us it's not a great day to trade right now. It's trying. We're in the ring at least in case, just in case it happens. We looking at this profit scalper. This is kind of the one that's hovering around break even right now that I've been looking at. Maybe taking some trades with it, but the market's not the best one to be trading in today right now yet. We've got gold on the move though. Rue, you still with us? You making any gold trades today? You you see we're about to hit 3,900 here. Or I mean 4,000. About to hit 4,000. All right, great crowd. Appreciate you guys joining this morning. We'll try to see if we can get any action going here. We got a little bit of news coming this week, which is good, but it's not till midweek. Haven't had a trade with the ES Star yet today. I haven't had a lot of trades with anything on the ES hardly. Moneymaker's still sitting here on the sidelines. My RJ Star is still sitting on the sidelines. So the market's kind of giving us a little whisper here today, saying don't go crazy with trading yet today. Looking at my charts here, I've got NinjaTrader 8 open. We develop strategies here on the NinjaTrader 8 platform. And we got some beauties here, but they're not moving yet today. Quite a few on the sidelines still today. Might have just had a nice gold trade I didn't see go off here. GC4U, Little Leapfrog. Still down 290. Let's check out Right Line Funding, see if anybody's going to pinch my pocketbook today. We've got some accounts for sale. Right Line Funding. You can make $1,000 today if you can pull a rabbit out of your hat. We've got a challenge going where you can trade one contract, try to get yourself up to $6,000 in the account. If you can do that, you can get a check for, not a check, I guess it's a payment sent to you tonight for $1,000. Let's see here. Here's the Right Line Funding accounts for sale. We've got the 50K at $29 right now. If you want to go straight to funded, try that one out, $299. That's 50K. These 150s up here. Give you a little more breathing room. $4,500 drawdown on those accounts. The other ones are $2,000. And then we've got down here Profit King Challenge, this one I just was mentioning, where you could trade a 50K account, try to get yourself up into the big payday there. We had Taya pull a rabbit out of his hat a couple of times. Katie, you might be out there. You've won the Profit King Challenge before. Let's see, who else? Oh, Dan Tomaselli. He pulled that darn beauty. Whew. He took a $1 account, made $1,000 out of it. That's Dan T right there. He gave him a $1 account and made $1,000 off us. Too good to be true. Let's see if anybody's on the leaderboard gonna make me squeal. Here's the leaderboard. And we got Taya on there still. He got a $10,000 bill in that account. A $50,000 account. He pulled $10,000 in on that bad boy. What a trader. Otaya from Canada. He's letting us know what he's been working on up there. He's been trading. That's what Taya's doing. Okay, my little GC just jumped in again here. Probably the instrument to trade today, I'm guessing. Let's do a poll. Let's see if you guys think this is going to hit the 4,000 points here on the GC today. All right, let's get some feedback there. See what you guys are thinking. It's starting to look like it. Although it's been rejected up here before. Right around here it got rejected. I had a little bit bigger chart up before, and it looked like it was rejected here a couple times. Yeah, this is the one to trade. Let's get it to work. Show you how to set up a ETP trade copier here from scratch. So we're going to set it up on the AI GC4U little leapfrog. Little leapfrog. Okay, so here I've got the ETP trade copier, and I'm going to go into the groups first and just kind of see what I've got in here. Anything? Nope. Okay, good. So it's all fresh. So the first thing we do with the ETP trade copier is you got to create a group first. I'll just call it GC. Now I got to go find that leader account. Okay, so good thing I saw this. So it looks like didn't connect with Ninja when I first started because I didn't have it enabled here. This is a little bit of a important part inside Ninja Trader. You'll have this right here for the ETP trade copier. You have to be connected right here. When I first started and then I started my copier, I didn't have it going, so it couldn't connect. We'll see if it can make that connection now that I have it running here. Doesn't look like it's going to cooperate. May have to shut it down and start it again. We'll give that a try again. Anybody making any money out there today? Anybody find any good opportunities to trade? Looks like the GC is kind of our best bet here. Would you guys say that too? So I just loaded in the trade copier again. ETP, see if we can get this guy to roll up here. So when you first start it, it goes through some connections automatically. And it's trying to, so it connected to Ninja this time. And it connected to Rhythmic. And it connected to Apex. So I'm connected to 3 different points right now. And we can trade the right line funding accounts. We can trade the Apex accounts. You can trade Beelnox. You can trade Tradeify all through this. So it gives you one platform to use. So go create that group again. Put the little leapfrog on it. This is really cool feature in this trade copier is you can, yeah, today's not a great day of trading, but we can click on this total P&L and have it filter just like we do here for the leaderboard. Again, not a super good day with the strategies here on the instruments, but I had a few of them take some trades, but so I'm going to pick the leapfrog GC little leapfrog. Here it is, not this one. GC. Okay, little leapfrog right here. Little leapfrog. Dun. Okay, looks like we got a nice signal beast trade here on the NQ as well. This is a really nice looking trade. Starting to see some nice movement up here on the NQ. So now that we've got the GC loaded in here, let's go back to the group. And we'll add some accounts into here. That's a right line funding account, and then we'll add some Apex accounts in. Looks like 2610. We'll do 3. Push that, get some over here. And now I can lock it down, hit save, and crank it on. Yeah. Now the next GC trade right here, we'll jump in with it. Kind of hide it there for a minute. Wait for the action. Okay, worked on the Chat GPT a little bit over the weekend. We're making some progress. We're looking to release the first one this Friday, hopefully. Everything continues to go well. We'll release the first GPT. What I'm talking about is down in here in Chat GPT. We've been developing some software here for you. ChatGPT. Let me just open it over here. We got some people who are up to no good. So let's see. ChatGPT. So we've developed a couple of GPTs so far. The first one that we'll release is this, we called it the Friday Strategy Scoreboard. But basically you can use this GPT anytime to take the export of your trade database. Let me do that for you right now. So what this GPT will do for you is you would go through this process right here that I'm going to go through. We're going to open our trade performance. New trade performance. And we can pick whatever time period we want. This GPT, we had it built, with our optimizations we do on every Friday back to you, the community. So we built this so we don't have to manually, do them and go look, hey, what's your best one? Okay, we go through, open them each one, and then we, ranked them, and then we, averaged them because they're all a little different. But anyway, we built this GPT to take care of all that activity for us. So now we can just export the trade database. Okay, we jumped in there. I just saw my just saw the orders be taken on the GC. So the ETP trade copier just went off. We're trying to go long. Uh-oh, stiff breeze here. Trying to go long. We're trading this this strategy right here on the top of the leaderboard here. This one, little leapfrog. The little leapfrog's in action. Right here, we're down $100 bill right now. And we got the Right Line Funding account, and we've got 3 Apex accounts that we're trading with it. So the little leapfrog took that trade, and it also copied it to these other accounts. And we're down $100 bill. Well, let's slide that GC up where we can see it. All right, things are moving in our direction now. Here we go. We got a $100 trade right there. And we get $100. Looking for a $500 winner here. Where is my ETP trade copier? Here it is. And we're breaking even again. Break even trade. Maybe we can see this one push right through the 4,000 right in front of us. How about that? That'd be pretty sweet, huh? I like that idea. And we're breaking even again. Down 50. So back to this little chat GPT action. What we're going to do is we're just going to go to trades right here. So you go to trade performance. You can search any time frame you want. You can then go into the trades right here, and now you can right mouse click export. It's going to export it out into your downloads folder. So now I'm done with that. And we got a break-even trade on gold. Now, open our Chat GPT. You can click on this little plus sign down here to add the file. We'll go grab our trades out of the downloads folder. And now we've kind of put a couple of these, I think they're called prompts. Yeah, prompts. Some prompts here for you. So, the one that we typically use is process this week's trades. So what it's going to do now is it's going to go look at all that data and get it out into each strategy. How much each strategy made, the percent win rate. So we'll see what it comes back within a few seconds here. So it's analyzing all the trades, all the trade data, everything down to the nuts and bolts, every second, every millisecond, right out of the trade performance. Still processing there. Okay, we got a break-even trade here. We did run up pretty good there. Took a small loser, $60 loser there. Let's go take a look at the Chat GPT. All right, so like we always say, our best strategy, the ES Star drone, made $4,681 over the last 2 weeks. $4,600 on my computer. And then the number 2, so perfect, like usual, our 2 stars. So the ES Star and the RJ Star drone. Again, on my computer here, the one we're looking at, the data supports right here. So this is, we in this analysis, we show you how many trades it had, what the win percentage was, and then the net P&L. So my third place strategy over the last 2 weeks was our Scalper Leapfrog drone, came in at $3,300. And then number 4 was my one-day pass for the CL, and then number 5 was my retirement plan bot. So those are the top 5. It goes through and it'll do some win percentages for the one-day passes to kind of try to help you with the data on which ones are the most profitable here, most highest win percentage. So we'll get you this GPT bot that you can now use to just do a quick analysis on, trying to figure out what your top bot is. And any luck at all, you'll be really close to these. That's the goal. So get all these computers locked in. That's the goal. So this is one GPT. So a GPT, I've been learning a lot about AI, obviously, over the last year or two. And there's several ways you can do assistance in GPTs. So we've got this one, and we'll release this one probably Friday. We just kind of need to figure out how to get it to you. And then we created this other one. This one's a little more sophisticated. I say it's more sophisticated because you don't export. You don't have to. I'll say you don't have to do any manual actions with your database. You don't have to go export the trades. This GPT will be able to crawl right into your own database on your computer and be able to pull that information automatically. So you don't need to export and then import like I did here. Here you can just ask it, what are the last trades? What's my trade performance like we just did over the last 2 weeks? What's my winner? My winning bot? This one we have more work to do. This one's like I mentioned, more sophisticated. So there's still more work we're working on to try to figure out how to make this completely functional, and repeatable. That's the thing. I can make it work. I can make it work all day long. The only issue we're dealing with right now is creating boundaries in there so that it gets you the same answer every time. It has a tendency to hallucinate, is what they call it. And you have to say, hey, those don't look like the last 10 trades. Are you sure? And it'll think and it'll say, oh yeah, you're right. Here's the real 10 trades. And you know, you kind of, we're trying to figure out why it does that. So there's some little hang-ups we're working on there. And then how to deploy this one too. This one is more software intensive. So we really want to try to streamline it and build like a back end repository. So when we update this GPT, we don't need to send you an update or anything like that. It just, when you go use it, it will go read our code and then process with our code, and it'll always be updated to you. So no matter what we do in the background, when you use it, it will always be the most current version. So that's what this one is. So this one's a little more sophisticated. And then our third one is brand new, be a brand new piece of software coming, where we're going to have a fully closed loop chat GPT bot setup, full closed loop, where it's going to be able to go out and read sentiment and other news factors and information from the web, and be able to fully automate the system with that. So that's coming. That's coming. This version that anybody who bought the AI Auto Trader will get, you'll get these two versions here, but the other one's going to be a brand new piece of software that we're working on. I got outside developers working on it too. So there's a little more to it. Brand new piece of software. Looking forward to releasing it, hopefully by the year end. That's the goal. Okay, we got our GC here continuing to work for us, but hasn't taken another trade yet. There she goes. She just popped in, signal A long. We're going long on the GC with the ETP trade copier. Big move to the upside. Got a $100 bill real quick there. See if we can close it down. We got a $100 trade. Signal A long. So momentum trade coming off this Laguerre here. Saw the momentum going up. Took that long entry. Oh, what did I just do? Oof. A lot of buttons to be hitting here. Hit the wrong ones. Okay, we still sitting on a $100 bill. And we got a $200 bill now. Here we go. Let's go. And locked in some profits. Take that back. Locked in some break even. This one just goes to break even. No positive ground gained here, unfortunately. And we got the GC running strong today. It's the instrument to be trading right now. The NQ is a heartbreaker. The NQ is an absolute heartbreaker today. It's amazing how you watch it overnight and the thing has no wiggle room at all on the NQ. It's just going straight up. And then all of a sudden everybody starts trading it, and it's like, wait a minute, that's not what it's supposed to do. Coming back on me, $100 bill now. Ah! Not enough movement. Down 100. Hmm. Hmm. Wow, GC's been climbing. Gonna miss this entry. Didn't quite come far enough down on momentum to get it. So we'll see if it'll come back down far enough here. Then we'll catch the next one going up, it looks like. I'm looking at a 4 Unarenko on this bar over here on the GC, so it's a really small bar. 4, 10, 20 is the bar setup on this one. 4, 10, 20. Finally got the ES scalper moving around. First time it took a trade for me today, right now. Okay, we cleared down here in the GC far enough now. If we catch a move to the upside on signal A, it should take another entry here. We're waiting for this little white line down here to start to flutter up. Once it passes this little red block here, it will take the entry for us. Follows price momentum. Oh, sorry. Okay, the ES here just took a signal C entry. That's our strongest entry on the ES is the signal C. That one there is the most profitable signal that we have for the ES. That's developed the money maker off of this one, and well, the ES star was the originator. That one uses signal C also, but it's A, B, and C, the ES star. But the moneymaker is just signal C. It's 11:11. Good luck, everybody. Let's go. Let's get lucky. All right, we're about to take a trade here, I think, on the GC. Take that back. I think I might have to clear the, might have to have the 50 in alignment. We'll have to see here. Yeah, it looks like every other one, the 50 was green, every entry that it took. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, it has to be above the 50 there, I believe. Okay, ES scalper. This is a nice looking trade. I like this one a lot. This is a really good strong signal usually. Price worked up overnight too, so it's looking like a nice one. My scalper has been really good too. I think we saw that in the performance. It's number 3, I believe. Huh. Yeah, this is kind of one downside of ChatGPT that you're probably all figuring out too is the memory. It doesn't really, unless I haven't quite figured it out, it doesn't store, your files as well. Like I just did all that data and I don't see it in here. We'll do it again. We'll do this. There's not much to it. You load it and you hit it. You hit the button here, so it's pretty awesome. Everything's getting more user friendly out there. So it's going to chunk through that data again for us. But yeah, my ES scalper here, this scalper drone, I think it was number 3 over the last 2 weeks for me. I think it made somewhere around $3,000 from my memory. I like the ES scalper. It's in trades quite a bit. That's I like to have strategies that are in trades a lot. The ES scalper's in quite a few trades in a day. We can take a look at how many it typically takes a day. Let's go see what number it was with the performance. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look, see what it came back with. Okay, so it's telling me that my it's the scalper leapfrog drone. Okay, that was number 3. It was 3386. So again, this GPT will be able to tell you in short order what your top bots are for any extended period of time. So over the last couple of weeks, these are my top 5 here: ES star and the RJ star. Those two are always those are the lead dogs. So this one took 33 trades. The ES star took 33 in 2 weeks. And the RJ, this thing is one of, I mean, this is our best one, these two. And this thing only took 6 trades, but it still made $4,000. That is really unbelievable. The efficiency of this strategy right here is our most efficient strategy. That's the truth for sure. Because it takes so few trades, but it has, you know, the best performance output. Now here's one I like to trade. Look at that, 116 trades in 2 weeks. It made $3,300. About a 50-50 win rate, 48%. So you'll be able to do this in short order and see your top 5, and then you can obviously, you know, still use your trade performance to prove out that it's doing it right, which is important. Look at these dates here. When did I do this? I think I just did 2 weeks. So what is the date? 8/10/6. So now when I look at my trade performance, just to kind of, you know, do a little bit of a sanity check here to make sure that everything seems to be kosher. The AES 8U Scalper Leapfrog drone over again the last 2 weeks came in at 32.41, and over here it came in at 33.86. There's a few trades that either get closed out or, you know, some sort of other action that the automation doesn't see that it can't calculate in here. But that should be pretty close. Let's check the ES star. Oh, I have 2 of them. Star drone. Yeah, let me check this out, make sure I have that thing working right. What is this thing? See if we can get a gold trade here anytime soon. Maybe. Doesn't look like the 4,000 is going to get hit today. Let's end this poll. Let's check it out. All right, we got 75% thinking it's going to hit it. Those are the optimistic ones hanging with us. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't get my machine running this morning till probably 8 o'clock, close to 8:30. So I just, man, it hasn't been making money today. Nope. Huh. All right, we got a deer camp coming up. Deer camp 2025, 37 years of deer camp. Holy moly. When he wrote that in the email to all of us, I could not believe it. 37 in a years. I missed a couple years when I was in the Army, and that's it. Every other year I've made it. So that's pretty awesome. Same group of guys that I went to high school. I went to elementary school with a few of them too, but we were on a lot of different teams together and stuff like that. So we spent a lot of time together. But we did a lot of deer hunting together, and every year we would go. And it started from one of my friends. His parents invited us to go hunting with them, and we camped and roughed it. We roughed it. And we started at the day started it. Their parents invited us. It was three of us that kind of started together, and then the next year we invited more friends. The biggest year we had around 30 people come to it, and now it's about 10. Now we're down to about 10 people that typically come every year. So looking forward to that coming up. We don't do any deer hunt. I don't do any deer hunt anymore, that's for sure. Most everybody doesn't, but we still put a bait pile out right outside the cottage just in case. We always see deer, but we never shoot them. That's when the work starts, after you shoot them, and that's not the fun part anymore. Now we sit by the fire and hang out. We've got some games though that we play. Got the horseshoes. Looking forward to that. My buddy just texted me. He said it's 60 degrees right now in Michigan. He's up in Traverse City. The Cherry Festival. Traverse City, Michigan. All right, this NQ might just put us to sleep here today, unfortunately. Man, what a bummer. I assume all your guys' machines are sucking too right now, right? Don't just tell me it's my two. I have no excuses today. None. We just ain't making money here yet. Gold's retracing again. I was thinking over the weekend, I really don't know how to flush this out in my head yet, but I started doing the numbers on trying to like come up with an edge on these prop accounts. And I know I own a prop firm too, so like I get it. I know both sides of it now. But a $2,000 drawdown account gives us, let me do the math here for us, because this is really phenomenal when I did the math over the weekend. A $2,000 account. So what I'm getting at is our best strategies, just so everybody knows this is really cool to think about, because there's an edge in here, and I just want to share that edge with you because it's very, very important. Our two best strategies, and you guys can see it every day, anybody who owns our system, it's the RJ star and the ES star. And the two things that those things have in common are, and that's why RJ built it. He saw the ES star results and he's like, wait a minute, why don't I do something similar on the NQ? And that's what he did. He created this huge bar, and a 150 range bar. That's huge. We typically trade like a 30 range bar on a typical strategy. But so when we look at how many ticks of stop loss we have in there for that strategy, does anybody know how many it is? Let me hear you. Anybody say 250? It's got 250 ticks of stop loss. What I what I've learned by day trading is you lose when you stop out, right? You lose when you stop out. So what our strategies have that make us the most money is big stop losses, huge, 250 ticks, $1,250 worth of money. Either win or lose, right? 1250. So there's a real advantage in there when it comes to trading these instruments, is having a stop loss that's big enough to handle the volatility that we get. So the ES star has 100 tick stop on the ES. So again, you're talking, and then this is kind of unique, but it's 100 tick stop. So it's 1,250 because it's $12.50 a tick. So that one also is $1,250 loser or winner, right? Both sides of it. But again, we're trying to use probabilities, and we've got, these big bars, and this is a 30 range bar on the ES that I'm talking about. So when they can go in one direction to then trigger our entries, you're already moving a lot of momentum, we'll say, in that direction. So you have a high probability that it will follow through. We know that's not true always. We're not making $1 million. We made 4,000 or whatever it was over the last 2 weeks. Let's trade one contract. But where I'm getting at is, if you make your stop losses big enough, you will never lose, right? That's the old adage. But how big is too big? So here's the deal. A $2,000 drawdown account, a $50,000 account, divided by 5 ticks. I'm sorry, $5 a tick. We get 400 ticks, I'll call it, to play with, even though it's real money and everything else, but to play with. We don't have a single strategy that's over 250, right? On the NQ is what I'm talking about, because that's $5 a tick. So I'm thinking, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking if we put a 400 tick strategy out there, it will get hit eventually if we just kind of look at today's action. And I see it's 11:30 here coming up. David Wise will be right with us. But let's just take a quick ruler example and just see. Let's say we took that trade right at the peak and we sold it down there. That's only 297 ticks. We still didn't stop out, maybe even all day. Let's look. But the trick is, you need a big enough bar or enough confirmation that is surely where you're moving, what direction you're moving in. We'll go right here from 9:30 till now and see if we got 400 ticks of movement today. We did just barely. So we got 446 ticks of movement today, from peak to valley here. So, you'd be down $2,000, but you would, potentially still be in the trade, no matter where you took it. Even if you took it down here, it'd still be, 300 and some ticks. And you still have opportunity for upside. So that's just kind of what I was thinking over the weekend is, man, 400 ticks. That's like a shitload of ticks to have. A lot of ours we have on the power play is 60 ticks, for example. So you get cut with a million stop losses. That's why these, it's not necessarily such a profitable strategy, because we take so many stop losses. So I'm going to work on trying to create some of these more bigger stop losses for us, so that we can have more of those big dogs that make us the most money. So hopefully that'll work out for us, and you can kind of, do a little math there and just see how that works out for us. But if you guys can, stick around or pick up David Wise's link there, and get in the ring with some options trades. He sent out another one today. I think it was CrowdStrike. Let me see. Yeah, yep, CrowdStrike today. sold it for 25 cents, 75-cent profit on that trade. Way to go, David. David is on a win streak. He's on a hot streak. If you can, jump in the ring with him. Everybody, thanks again for joining me today. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye now.